This episode is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men. Get back your pride. Call them 956-441-2188.
Now it's time for Chaz's Collectible! All right.
You know, talking about music is one of our favorite topics. And, you know, both of us were not that much into the 90s stuff. We liked a lot of it, but, you know, not all of it. But one of my favorite bands was a band called Wasp. And their first album was self-titled. It was called Wasp. And it was a great album and came out in '84. And Wasp, they never got that kind of the status like Quiet Riot or Twisted Sister. You know, like everyone knows those two bands.
Yeah.
But not everyone really knows Wasp. And if you like Quiet Riot, I think you would like Wasp as well.
Well, lately, the guitar player from Wasp has been coming out on YouTube a lot, talking about his childhood with Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. What's his name?
Chris Holmes.
Chris Holmes, yeah.
6'5".
Yeah, with a bunch of ugly, crazy tattoos.
Yeah, and they were quite a combination because Chris Holmes was 6'5", Blackie Lawless 6'4", and they would come out wearing heels.
Yeah.
So they looked like they were
7 feet.
Yeah, I know, like 7 feet.
And Chris Holmes actually has Undertaker-style tattoos.
Yeah, like they're kind of like, where did you get those?
It's like a jigsaw puzzle of a whole bunch of stuff, and it's just black on you know. There's
like some are really good, and
it wasn't even. There's no shading really. There's very light. I don't know. It just they look like Undertaker's arms.
He was the pre-Undertaker.
Yeah,
Chris Holmes.
Yeah, Undertaker was probably a Wasp fan.
Maybe. Yeah. So then in 1985, they released. No, what happened is they released a song called "Blind in Texas."
Yeah.
And they came up with that song because they were partying in Houston. There was a guy, he owned a record store called Texas Tapes and Records.
Yeah.
And Wasp partied with that dude so hard that they said, you know what, we're going to make a song because we partied to the point of failure.
Yeah.
In Texas.
Which, that's what happens when you come to Texas. Those Cali boys, they'll get partied out, man, big time. So
let's bring out the chimes, Rod.
Okay. Let's see what Wasp stuff.
Now, I don't have very many. Do you have a lot of singles, like 45s?
No.
Neither do I. But I am such a Wasp fanatic. Chimes once again, Rod. I said, I have to get the 45 for Wasp for their big hit, Blind in Texas. And El Paso.
Hellhole, I couldn't get higher. White lightning, moonshine, tastes like fire. I drank for free till I couldn't see. I fell on the floor when I said his. I'm blind in Texas. The love star is hot tonight.
Damn.
Now that, my friends, is a single.
You know what's interesting is a lot of rock bands, they loved playing Texas.
They do, because there's so many towns. You can be in Texas for like over a week.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to Austin, you're going to Corpus, you're going to Laredo, then you're going to go to Dallas and Houston. It's like, we're still in Texas?
And then go back again.
Yeah, and they're going to party in every town.
Like they can go start in El Paso, go to San Antonio, go to Dallas, then go to Houston, then come to Corpus, then come to the Valley, and then go back to San Antonio, and then or go back to San Antonio, go back to El Paso, hit a couple of other shows.
Yeah,
I mean Texas is
it takes a long time to get out of Texas.
And I'm not gonna lie, most rock bands back in the day in the 80s and 90s, mostly the 80s when I used to go, they would say that they love Texas fans.
They do. They would also say it's very hot, which is true.
I mean, these fans in Texas will even buy their 45, dude.
And how about the fact that Iron Maiden would always make a Texas shirt?
Yeah.
Like just for Texas, and that's it.
Yeah. Yep.
So Rally?
Yes.
Shall we let's get a close-up of, let's show everybody the close-up of this 45.
All right, it's on.
And so check it out. And so there you see the cover,
Yes.
and there's an armadillo, and there's a bartender, and they made a contest. If you could say, what is the armadillo saying to the bartender? And I still have the entry.
Dude.
If you can say a funny quip, you're gonna get to meet Chris Holmes and Blackie Lawless in London.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is say, what did the armadillo say to the bartender? And now they don't do stuff like that anymore.
I thought that was a pickle.
A pickle having
It
a
looks
beer?
like a pickle.
It does. But
so
it is the
cute.
armadillo, the symbol of Texas.
And then you get to meet Blackie Lawless and Chris Holmes, and you get to chat with their knees, because that's about as high as you're going to reach.
Yeah, because they're going to come out in full regalia wearing high heels.
High heels, and they're 7 feet tall, and you're probably going to be like 5'3".